Welcome back, all my bookish friends, and wow, just looking at my desk at all the series that I need to finish. Yeah. If only you could see these stacks and stacks of books. There are a total, and I just counted them up. There are 13 series that I need to finish. So when they're up here, they blend in. I did not think there were that many. Oh my gosh. Wow. There is one duology, so that's not as bad. I'm not counting Robin Hobb. I just started her very late last year, and that's going to take me a long time to get through, so I'm not counting Robin Hobb. I'm not counting The Wheel of Time, because that's going to take me equally as a long time, and I'm doing both of those through Audible, because I started those very late. So I know those are on my radar, and if you've been on my channel, you know I've started them, but they're going to take a really long time. So I know they're in the background. They're not part of this stacks here. I know they're there, and I'm taking them slowly, a little bit at a time, because I know I'll quickly burn out, because they are an extremely, extremely long series. So I know that. These, on the other hand, are a different story. The majority of what's here are basically trilogies that I've started but didn't finish for whatever reason. There are a couple that may be like quartets that I read the first two books and didn't finish the other two. So yeah. Alright, so let's go on and dive into the madness that is this. Okay. So the first set, this is the Queens of Rinthia. I finished the first two books, and if I can get them in the right order, this is book one. I read the Queen of Blood. I read that one. Really enjoyed it. Then I quickly read The Reluctant Queen. Really enjoyed it. I got about quarter to halfway through The Queen of Sorrow, put it down, and I don't know why I didn't finish it. However, I finished my other book that was supposed to be rolling over into January, but by the time this video goes up, I will already have read it. This is replacing that book that was on script. This is now my audiobook, so I will have started this one by the time this video goes up. So, this one will be finished whenever I finish that book on audio. So, that's the first one in the new year that I will finish that trilogy. Finally, so I don't know exactly what went on. I don't know if it was the timing on the Queens of Rinthia, because I was really enjoying this trilogy. I don't know what happened. Like I said, I don't know if it was timing. 2021 was a very rough year. A lot of sadness was going on, a lot of health issues. That may have played into it. I'm not sure. Again, with these series, if I don't enjoy them, I don't finish them, I DNF them, and they're leaving my life. They're not going to stay on it. If they score a 3 or below, I'm unhauling them. They're not. I want only 4 and up on my shelves. I want to know that I'm going to reread them eventually. Okay. The next trilogy is not for the lack of interest. I just haven't had time to read them. And this is His Fair Assassins. I have fallen in love with assassin stories. I have really loved Grave Mercy. That was the first book out of the series. I followed it up with Dark Triumph. If you saw, I think it was a vlog that I was doing on it. There was a lot of mix-up because I read this one because I'm so used to trilogies following the same people. Didn't read the synopsis on the back, thinking it was following the same heroine in the first book. Got confused, so I was very confused in this one, so I finally broke down and read the back. Oh, it's her. So a lot was going on in my own personal life, and then finally figured out, and then I started really enjoying it. So I know going into the third book, it's not following the same two characters from the first two books. So once I get some time, this may be a mood read if I can, and I'm going to pick this one up. So this is a series I want to finish. I just got to find the time to pick up this book because I'm really enjoying Robin Lefebvre's writing style. I love the idea of the convent assassin combination. Loving it. It's kind of historical, fantasy, fantastical type of twist to it. Loving that trilogy. Cannot wait to find the time to read that third book out of that series because I'm really enjoying it. Just gotta find the time, find the time. All right. So again, I'm in the middle. I've started my journey into the manga series, and I don't have them in the correct numerical order. I started Chobits. I have volumes 1, 2, and 3. I think there's at least a 4th volume out of this series. This is following a young man. He is trying to go to college, or he is in college, or he's in cram school, I think is what they call it. He wants something that's called a persocom, which is basically like a robotic personal assistant that helps around the home, does accounting, does all those types of personal assistant type things. But he can't afford it. He's working his way into school, that type of thing, to afford to be able to go to school, and so forth. So I haven't gotten very far into the series, so I don't know my own thoughts about it yet, but I do have the first 3 volumes, so I want to at least get these 3 read and then continue on or DNF if I don't enjoy it. So that's kind of where I'm at. I haven't got far enough into it to know my own personal thoughts. All right. The next box set I have, I've read the first book. This is the Complete Cheese Sweet Home parts 1 through 4. I've read the first one. Love it. If you love cats, I think you will enjoy it. The graphics, the images are hysterical. It's all from Cheese's point of view, and how cats view humans is hysterical. So I can't wait to get to the last 3 out of this series. So can't wait to dive into it, find the time to be able to do it. Those are heavy. That's going to take me some time because they are fairly chunky. I think there are 3 volumes in each of them. I could be wrong about that. I'll have to research into that. I can never remember how many volumes are in each of them because each company that produces them have different volume numbers. Of how many get bound up into a collection like that. These I could knock out in a weekend or a day if I just sit down and binge them. But I've read, I think the first 3. I'm missing volume number 4 out of these. I did the first 3 on my Kindle in a collector's edition. So technically I've read the first 3. But I don't have 4. I've read number 5 independently already, so I just need to knock out 6 through 10, and then I'll have this series, which is Cardcaptor Sakura. These are the clear editions, and then I'll have this series completely read. And then I can move on to the next kind of a continuation or a side spin-off type of series that continues, I think, the story, but I don't know much about it because I haven't finished this one to know where it goes from there. So I have, I think, the first kind of collector's edition of that on my shelf, but I haven't read it yet, so I'm not including that in here because I've not picked that up. So I've got to figure out where I'm going to start putting these because I'm running out of room. Okay, well, I'll set that there. Alright, the next set of books is the Percy Jackson series. I started Percy Jackson. I've gotten almost halfway through with this one, and then I have the other 4 books in the series. This is the Sea of Monsters, Then I have The Titan's Curse. Then we have The Battle of the Labyrinth. And then the last one, The Last Olympian. Hopefully all of those were in frame. So that is the next set of books that I need to get to. I am really enjoying the Percy Jackson, the first book. Out of that series, I just need to find the time to read. The Beauty of Darkness was the first book I had picked up in almost a week, and I listened to it audio while immersion reading. I think yesterday was the first time I picked that one up, like I said, in almost a week, because I've just felt horrible. The sinus cold has really thrown me through a loop. So it has been a very interesting time being off on break. Alright, the next set, continue on with some manga. This is A Silent Voice. I mentioned this earlier in one of my vlogs. I have read the first volume, and then I have the other 6 I need to get to. Again, if I binge this in a day or two, I can have this whole series knocked out. So this is another one that I want to get through. The first one had some tearjerker moments, a lot of tugging on the heart. But it has some great messages in it. So it's a great read. It is definitely worth it. Just a little bit hard sometimes to read, but a great message. Excuse me. I have not started this one, but I do want to get into it. This is going back into the kind of like the Mistborn world, but it's the second era. So this is the Alloy of Law, and I may have these out of order unless they have them numbered, which of course it doesn't. So there's this one, then The Shadows of Self, and then The Bands of Mourning. So if this is anything like the Mistborn, this is going to tug on my heart, just like that one did, but it was such a great introduction to adult fantasy. I really love his writing, some of his works more than others, but I'm looking forward to getting into this one this year of 2022, so I cannot wait to dive back into this world that got me really into adult fantasy. Another one, this will definitely have to be audio, and I think I've already got it download on Audible. Continuing on, Rhythm of War. I'm probably one of the only few people who have not read this yet. Just haven't had time to fit it in. This is usually a book that I would read on, of course, Audible, going to and from work. So once we're back into the swing of things and I've gotten through my other audiobook, then I'll pick this one up and listen to it going to and from work. I have enjoyed this world so much. It is so rich, so engaging. Cannot wait to see where things go from where it left off in The Oathbringer. So, cannot wait. Again, most of these are only 1 or 2 books, unless it's a manga that I haven't gotten into. Don't know why I haven't finished things. Don't know why. Tell me down below. How are you doing on your series? Okay. This is the most recent book that I have finished last month in December. This is Sky in the Deep. I think it is a duology by Adrienne Young. And I mentioned I wanted to get the second book, but I have to wait until I get some of my books read off of my TBR, because that is my deal with myself this year, because I'm stopping my retail therapy that I've been doing. So once I've earned the money, then I will get the second book out of this duology, which I believe is The Girl the Sea Gave Back. I think is the companion book to this. I don't believe it's following the same characters. I could be wrong. I will have to go back and read the synopsis of it. But I love this book enough that I wanted to continue it for the second book. If there's more than that, but I think it's only a duology. So I wanted to continue it because I did really enjoy it, and I can't wait. Yeah. So I highly enjoyed that one. Okay. All right. So earlier in 2022, I finished Snow Like Ashes. I think I gave it 3-4 stars, and I already had bought the entire trilogy. I loved the cover. It sucked me in. I loved the back of it. I ended up reading it either through Scribd, I think it was, because I was having a hard time with just reading the written word. A lot of that last year, I don't know if it was just my health or what was going on, just reading physical books was a challenge for me. So getting through a lot of books, I had to rely on audio versions and immersion reading. So I really enjoyed it more through the audio version and that immersion style reading. Excuse me. So I have the other 2 books are also on Scribd, so I will continue the trilogy that way. Like I said, I already have the other 2 books, so this is the first book, finished it. The second book is The Frostlight Night, so I have it on Scribd, just got to pick it up. So I have that one, and then the final book in the trilogy is Ice Like Fire. I hope I have these in the right order. Not sure. Got both. They're both on Scribd. Just got to finish out the trilogy. Either way. So, just got to do it. Like I said, the first one was pretty interesting. The ending was kind of a little bit predictable. I think that may be why it was kind of meh ending for me. But I understand why it ended the way it did so that the other books could continue. But overall, enjoyed it enough. I already have the other books. Yeah, don't know where it's going with that, but okay. I know where. Basically, I need to stop buying the whole series before I know if I like the first book. That's where I think I was going with that. But then again, it's harsh. But if I really enjoy the first book, then I want to go on and go into the next book, and I don't want to have to wait. So it's the catch-22 right there, double-edged sword, that type of thing. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It didn't spill. Yay. Alright. Not the last one. Next to the last series. Alright, so I have One Dark Throne. I thought I had all of the books. I really thought I had bought the entire series. But I have One Dark Throne. And these are by Kendar Blake. And then I had Three Dark Crowns, and then I had the other ones on Scribd, I think. And I had the third book, and I thought there was only 3. I read the third one, but I think there is a 4th book, and I still need to read that one. But I don't remember what it is called. But I think there is a 4th book on Scribd, so I need to fit it in somewhere. I just don't know. But so once I read that 4th book, then that quartet of books, so this will be the second quartet of books that I need to finish, because I have another one, which would have been technically my first. But anyway, okay, this will be my first quartet of books that I need to finish. Let's get it right numerically. And so the Kendar Blake books, the One Dark Crown, I think that's the Three Dark Crown series. It's the first quartet of books that I need to finish because I really enjoyed it. It's very unique to me because I've never really had where they are battling out this methodically, this cruelly, to be raised separately like this to battle out for the crown. So to me, it was a very unique twist to battle out for being the heir. So I enjoyed it a lot. So I just need to listen to, like I said, the audio book. If I enjoy how this series ends, I would not mind getting the other books to complete out the physical copies of them, because I did enjoy it. And once I get all my head issues and all of that under control, then I can read the physical books again, and I think I'll be okay. So I wouldn't mind owning the physical ones, and I'm trying to go through my physical books and getting rid of the ones that are not 4-star books for me in clearing out my shelves and keeping the 4 to 5-star books only that I know that I love and enjoy and can see myself rereading in a future days. So that could be some good videos. Reread faves. Ideas are coming to me. Yay. Okay. And last, definitely not least, let me get, I did not pull off the others. Since I did this with all my other ones, might as well bring these down. All right, so these are the Ember in the Ash series. I've read the first one. Loved it so much. I've read A Torch in the Night. Equally loved it. Then I got to Reaper in the Gates. I only got, where did I get? Where's my bookmark? I got to page 44 last year. So I only got to page 44, so I need to get into it. And I love this series. I don't know what happened to me, what went on. Oh, no, what went on. My health issues went on. So I haven't prioritized it like I need to. So I need to finish it. And then this was a pre-order. It finally came in December. I was hoping to have this one read by the time this one came in. That didn't happen. So A Sky Beyond the Storm came in. Gorgeous cover. Gorgeous, gorgeous cover. So I cannot wait to get in and see how this series ends. Absolutely love it. This is the type of grimdark I love. I have enjoyed it. There's a little bit of romance going on, but it's not heavy, hot and heavy or anything like that. But there's a touch of it. But that is my type of grimdark that I have been enjoying so far. This is pretty grimdark, and I've been enjoying it. Some grimdark is just not for me, I'm finding out. I don't know. But yeah, these are the 13 series that I need to finish. Most of them, one book to finish them out. Some of them are two. My manga, it's going to take me a little bit longer on some of them. Some of them I'll finish in 1 or 2 days because they're really, really short and they read really, really fast. And some of them are going to take a little bit longer because they're thicker, of course. But yeah. Yeah, this is, yeah, not good, not bad, but definitely not great. Anywho, this is a conclusion of this video. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's madness. Leave me comments down below. How many series do you need to complete, or am I alone in my chaos? Yes, and until my next video, happy reading, you guys. Bye.